Should we all be driving torpedoes? Is the Volt bike truly the best all-around car in the entire game? Have we been driving these super fast cars just to get from point A to point B the fastest? Have we ever stopped to think that maybe there are other cars to appreciate?
Well, that's why I'm here. Today, we'll be shedding some light on the top 5 most underrated vehicles of 2023. Number 5, the Challenger. The Challenger is based off of the Ford Challenger, hence its name. It costs $59,000, so you can pick one up in about an hour of casual grinding. When people go to buy their very first sports car, they usually buy the Lamborghini. What they should be spending their money on is this. The Challenger has a top speed of 170 miles per hour, which is very nice for less than $60,000. The acceleration is moderate at best, but still beats almost every car in its class, with the exception of the Model 3. The speed is a bit slow, to be fair, but for a price like this, it's hard to argue. Number 4, the Shell Mark V. The Shell Mark V was super popular when it was first released, but everyone quickly forgot about it and went back to their torpedoes. It has a current top speed of 191 miles per hour. The car costs $92,000 and goes faster than the Lamborghini, DeLorean, and the Cirrus. This is also one of the best looking cars ever modeled. The interior is super nice, the outside has all this awesome carbon fiber trimming, and the entire car looks really good too. Also, something worth noting is that the reverse speed is 70 miles per hour, making it one of the best getaway cars. The Shell Mark V is probably the best thing you could buy for under $100,000. Number 3, the Falcon S. The Falcon S is pretty controversial. When it was released in the most recent 5 Days of Vehicles update, people were very upset. They thought they were getting a super cool limited vehicle, but were instead greeted with a small little bike. People were so mad that there wasn't a limited that they forgot to appreciate that they had been given a cool car. I mean, Asimo and badcc don't have to update the game. They're doing this to please you, and they're doing the best they can. Anyways, back to what I was saying. This bike's controversies caused it to almost immediately be forgotten about. It has a top speed of 190 miles per hour and has one of the best accelerations ever. The launch can get you up to 75 miles per hour instantaneously, and the acceleration can get you up to 150 miles per hour in 4 to 5 seconds. Give it a couple more and you've hit the rev limit. It has a cool and unique design and a custom startup and engine sound. It's very nimble and can weave in and out of traffic, not to mention the 150 mile per hour reverse speed. It can be somewhat hard to drive because of the new bike physics, but once you get the hang of it, you'll really appreciate it. Number 2, the Ray 9. The Ray 9 has remained one of the most highly underrated cars of all time. It's severely overlooked. Most people probably know of it, but not about it, so that's why I'm here. The Ray 9 costs $199,000. Personally, I think the price is what makes it forgotten. $199,000 almost sounds like you're getting a poor performing car, and if you call it $200,000, it seems like a random number. So, whichever way you put it, you'll most likely want to save up your money and spend it on something else like the Roadster or the Chiron. It has a top speed of 212 miles per hour. The Ray 9 reaches top speed pretty quickly too, nothing too special but also nothing to sneeze at. It has a 70 mile per hour reverse speed, also it's surprisingly good at off-roading. For a pretty cheap price, this is a super fun car. I really think cars should be more popular by how fun they are to drive, rather than how fast or how rare. That's why I'm going to give the Jackrabbit the number 1 slot. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. Honorary mention, the Jackrabbit. I wanted to keep this list specifically non-limited cars only, so this isn't in the real list, but I wanted to mention it either way. Also, comment if you want to see the most underrated limited cars. I think that'd be really fun. The Jackrabbit was added in Season 9 and was the level 8 prize instead of the level 10. This meant that it really lost value, and because of the performance, it was forgotten pretty quickly. The top speed is 170 miles per hour, which is pretty disappointing. However, I think this is one of the most fun season prizes ever. Also, I kind of have a soft spot for Miatas. Number 1, the Stallion. At just $1,000 more than the Ray 9, and if you've been paying attention, that means $200,000. This thing is a beast. It reaches a top speed of 250 miles per hour, which puts it faster than the Volt 4x4, the Trailblazer, and even the Airtail. The acceleration is pretty good too. However, it does take a little longer than a lot of people desire to get to its top speed. This car was updated in the first 5 Days of Vehicles event, bringing it from a solid windshield to the new era of interior cars. Before the revamp, it was outclassed by the Lamborghini. This made people turn to cheaper alternatives and forget about it. But during the 2020 5 Days event, it received some new stats which made it better than what people had been using instead of it. However, it was too late and the Stallion never got the popularity it deserves. So that's my list of the top 5 most underrated vehicles of 2023. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you want to see me make the most underrated limited cars video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.